What's going on? Sonic Racing CrossWorlds just rolled out version 1.3.1. The official patch notes make it clear that this update is all about expanding the game's ring-focused strategy, improving online play, and giving players more reasons to jump back in. One of the biggest things here is the way the update changes how rewards and ranked play work. World Match now stays available during festivals. The maximum World Match rating jumps from 99,999 all the way to 999,999, and Donpa ticket rewards have been raised by at least double in World Match and Legend competition. That matters because it means the game is pushing harder into a more rewarding competitive loop, especially for players who like to chase ranks and build out their gadget loadouts at the same time. Sega also adjusted CPU strength in festivals based on player skill, which suggests they are trying to keep these events fun, whether someone is brand new or already deep into the game's systems. On top of that, they expanded the number of modes that can spawn bonus ring frenzy and item box frenzy outside of time trial, so races are going to feel more unpredictable in a lot more places than before. Now, the gadget side of this update is where things get really interesting. Sega added 8 new gadgets, and the big idea seems to be giving players more ways to treat rings as a resource instead of just something you collect and forget about. Some of the new setups reward ring gain, some reward ring management, and some are built around item control. The patch notes also say that some older festival reward gadgets can now be purchased with Donpa tickets once your gadget plate reaches Master Plate or higher, which opens up more build variety without forcing people to wait for a seasonal reward cycle. There's also a brand new gadget button, which activates inventory swap or the new item summon gadget during a race, and on some platforms that button can be remapped to a different input. That kind of change sounds small at first, but for a competitive racing game, it is the sort of thing that can completely change how a match feels in the middle of a tight fight. The update also adds a new option called Auto Select Rental Plate, letting players stop the game from automatically switching gadget plates during festival special rules if they prefer to keep their setup under their own control. The balance changes are just as important because Sega clearly did not want this update to be only about adding more toys without touching the meta. The notes explain that Ultimate Charge had become too dominant because it let players keep gaining invincibility, so its invincibility window was shortened. At the same time, they recognize that lowering one strong option can make comeback play too easy, so they also shortened the drill item's duration when used from higher positions, while strengthening collision boost to help racers climb from the middle of the pack more effectively. They also adjusted related gadgets like Ring Thief and Spin Drift, so they can benefit more from the new direction. On the item side, the drill item was tuned so it is less likely to catapult someone straight to first place in the final lap. The special item box was reworked because it was not competitive enough, and item box frenzy placement and behavior were adjusted so item collection feels less frustrating. That tells me the update is not just throwing more content at the game, it is actually trying to reshape how people think about risk, recovery, and momentum across a race. There are also some nice improvements to teamwork and online fairness. In team matches, ally CPUs were made faster because they were sometimes too slow and putting players at a disadvantage, while stronger items had their drop rates reduced because they were having too much impact in team play. King Boom Boo specifically got lowered because it was undercutting the value of staying in front outside the final lap, and Super Team Boost was tuned in both directions, so it is less overwhelming when someone is far back, but stronger when used from better positions. In online competition, the patch fixes a desync issue that could let other players steal item boxes unfairly, and it also reduces early race CPU pace so real player interaction matters more right after the start. The course side got attention too, with ring and item box placement adjusted in Pack Village and Maze, and Sky Road to improve the risk-reward balance. And Sega even fixed some very specific visual and usability problems, like Tangle's Tail sometimes blocking the camera, direct input controller support on the Epic Games Store version, and fair play points now dropping if someone intentionally disconnects or closes the app in certain lobbies. The bug fixes are especially wide-ranging, which is usually a sign that the update team was cleaning up a lot of rough edges at once. The jukebox had an issue where some classic Sonic tracks could disappear after certain actions, but updating restores and unlocks the affected tracks automatically. Festival award ceremony animations were fixed, Hatsune Miku Festival title art was corrected, and Legend competition now shows the grade-up timing properly.